Hey, my name is Ben Gallagher, and I've been with KW for 5 years. KW has really showed me how to live a life by design and live off a schedule, a consistent schedule. It's also showed me how to set boundaries in my business and expectations with my clients, and not only my business, but also my personal life. Well, honestly, I was terrified to work for myself. And getting into business for yourself is really scary. But KW gave me the systems and models and allowed me to just plug and play. And it allowed me to, rely on my natural ability with also really honing in on my skills and what it takes to become a really good real estate agent. So I remember I had a client that had a property passed down in the family, and she was planning on moving in there with her daughter. And after we looked around the property, realized how much work it needed. She didn't really have the time or money to put the work into it to make it a safe space for her and her family. And she actually needed the money from the sale to purchase her first property. She was a first-time home buyer. So we were able to sell her property within 3 days with the marketability with KW and get her first home. And I just remember the reaction on her and her daughter's face after. That was the best. They both came and gave me a big hug, and just it made me feel like I really did something special for them, and that was awesome. It wasn't about me. Well, honestly, a lot of the classes have showed me how to switch my mindset and really get out of not necessarily the 9 to 5 mindset, but just start to see things correctly, understand how to run a business and not have a business that ran me. That's been probably the biggest thing that KW has done for me as an entrepreneur. Well, first off, it's creating the right relationships within the office, and really getting mentors that help me understand how to move forward as a business owner. So a lot of what KW has done is connect me with the right accountants, stuff like that to, write up the right things for my business. So kind of with the mindset piece, I moved from entrepreneurial to purposeful. Everything I was doing, there was a reason behind it. And KW really helped me understand that, and how much easier it is to take action when you have the right purpose behind it. KW helped me find my big why, and then everything else kind of worked itself out. Well, I think what's really cool about what KW has done for me is I've become such a big part of people's lives. We're helping people make the biggest financial decision they're probably ever going to make. I think it's 90% of people. And in order to become part of that process, you really get to kind of dive deep into people's lives and figure out how you can be an asset to them. And in order to become an asset to someone, you have to become the best version of yourself, I believe, to truly help them. And by becoming the best version of myself, not only has it helped me in my business, but it's been great for my personal life. When it comes to friendships and family, it's made everything better. I knew KW was where I was meant to be when I went to family reunion. And I was just surrounded by so many great people, so many great ideas, and it really brought me outside of myself, and I got to see people on such a higher level than me, selling hundreds of homes and just helping so many communities in so many different ways, and it allowed me to think bigger, and really get out of myself and out into the world and start thinking about others as well. It really expanded my thought process and what I want to do moving forward. Being part of the KW community it's awesome. It's everything. Being around people that make you see things differently, change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at change, right? So KW communities really made me think differently by being around people on much higher levels than me. And whether it's looking at markup, giving back to the community, or giving back to charities, or watching Nick Danbury run one of the most successful businesses I've seen in real estate. Being around those people has allowed me to think bigger and become a better version of myself. Honestly, the coolest thing KW has done for me is showed me that I could do it, right? Having a mentor showed me that I could work for myself. I remember my senior year at college, I'm at a job fair, and I remember the salaries weren't really where I wanted to be. And I got licensed, I got a mentor at KW. My senior year of college, I ended up winning Rookie of the Year, and I haven't looked back since. And the amount of confidence that's given me, and honestly just overall happiness and my ability to do my job and live the life I want to live, by design, as KW says, has been truly spectacular. A breakthrough for me at KW has been, kind of my whole life, growing up in a family that worked in a corporate structure. Getting into business for yourself hasn't really been a big thing that I've really been around ever. And getting to meet all the people at KW who are not only in business for themselves, but they're thriving, show me that there's a whole different way you can live life. You have the ability to work for yourself and better yourself, and you don't need a boss, right? You can really collect mentors and learn how to run your own business. I mean, it's great. I'm with KW because their psychology behind helping people is unlike any other brokerage I've seen.